A blue and white cricket ball-shaped droid with silver arms appears on screen. It enters with the name Graham Innes AM.
I acknowledge the traditional owners of the lands on which this video is watched. Thanks for the opportunity to launch this training course. I apologise for not being with you in person, but the International Day of People with Disabilities is probably my busiest day of the year. No tertiary provider in this country would exclude women with children from employment or study on their campus. In fact, during the past few years, breastfeeding rooms, creches and childcare centres have been introduced to campuses as reasonable adjustments for working or studying mothers. This is, of course, very appropriate. Working or studying mothers make up about 15 to 20% of the population. However, tertiary institutions regularly exclude people with disabilities from their learning environments by designing those environments for the average learner, not applying universal design principles. People with disabilities, many of whom are not average learners, make up around 15 to 20% of the population. That's why ADSET and the NDCO program have developed the Universal Design for Learning in Tertiary Education e-learning training. The training will give tertiary educators and support staff the knowledge and capability to design courses according to an evidence-based Universal Design for Learning framework. This approach recognises the diverse prior experiences, abilities, preferences and needs of learners. Rather than designing a course for the average learner and then making individualised adjustments for learners with additional needs, UDL accommodates a wide range of needs and preferences at the outset. This reduces the requirement for reasonable adjustments and enhances the experience of all learners, including those with disability. It's similar to making a building or piece of software accessible from the start rather than having to create solutions to deal with inaccessible situations. Why would we need such training? Well, firstly, because making learning available to everyone with or without disabilities right from the start is just the right thing to do. We don't make a practice in most other areas of Australian tertiary education of limiting the access of a particular group of people. Second, because to not do so breaches Australia's obligations under the United Nations Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities, and is probably also in breach of the Tertiary Institutions Disability Discrimination Action Plan. And third, not to do so is in breach of federal and state disability discrimination legislation. I'm very pleased to launch this UDL e-learning training because ADSET's and NDCO's work will assist tertiary institutions throughout Australia to universally design learning. The training course is available at www.disabilityawareness.com.au. Equal and dignified access is an excellent path towards inclusion in Australian society for people with disabilities. Thanks for the chance to speak with you today, and have a great International Day of People with Disabilities.
The blue bird of Twitter brings in a sign saying "Follow me" underneath another sign, twitter.com/Graham Innes. Subscribe.